Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Is a 500-foot tall gapped bridge enough to scare you? Or bungee jumping directly over an active volcano? We have an amazing list for you of the most dangerous attractions in the world. So, let's get started. Crocosaurus Cove. If you really want to enjoy a nice close view of Australian saltwater crocodiles, then we have a famous attraction for you. From Australia, where they insert you in a glass box and place it underground in the water filled with crocs. The management also puts the pieces of meat near the cage so the crocodiles would react and open their jaws to the tourists. Why would you do this, people? Even if people would pay me, I'm not getting into this abominable cage. Now, coming to safety, the cages are mostly intact. Well, by mostly, I mean that there have been 2 incidents where the cages suffered a little crack, but the crocs didn't notice it. This makes me wonder though, what if someday a huge crack will open, forcing the crocs to attack? So, go at your own risk, people. Bungee jumping into an active volcano. Alright, this has got to be the most maddening thing ever. I mean, who in their right mind would ever think to do this? Villarrica, Chile has a rather unusual, odd attraction. Well, that's an understatement, but we're just gonna go with it. It's been about 4 years since the volcano last erupted. So, what are the odds that it'll erupt again during your bungee jumping trip? Yeah, so calm down. All you have to do is jump. But even if you don't jump, somebody will push you. Because come on, you paid them $16,000. Yup, that's the price of this bone-chilling adventure. Doesn't it give a ritualistic sacrificial offering? 500-foot-high bridge. Adrenaline junkies will go to any length to get the taste of madness. This theme park in China is proof of that. It housed some of the most dangerously notorious attractions. Have you ever heard about the 500-foot-high glass bridge? Oh, looking at it's giving me chills! Another popular attraction is the 500-foot-high, in which all the beams are located at different distances. Sometimes you have to walk, other times you have to jump. There's a cord attached to you in case you slip. The attraction was closed after a video surfaced on the internet in which a man's cord broke midway during his turn. Luckily, he wasn't aware and only saw it once he crossed the bridge. Imagine if he had fallen down. There isn't even a safety net below. If you slip and you don't have that cord, you'll fall to your death. The Aiguille du Midi glass skywalker. Yeah, apart from the name, this attraction itself is a very strange, plus, of course, dangerous. This is the highest mountain peak in Europe, but what makes it exquisite is the glass box that allows visitors to walk 1 kilometer above the pure void below their feet. Would any of you dare to stand on a piece of glass at an altitude of 12,600 feet? No! After accessing the Aiguille du Midi complex, there is an elevator after a short walk. As the elevator has a little size, the number of visitors is regulated to avoid overcrowding. For this, there is usually a queue, which can take between 20 and 30 minutes during the high season. The temperature is quite low at this much height, so make sure to wear warm attire. What if the glass breaks down during a landslide or something? Kjeragbolten. I'm sure this is something most of you would have never seen before. Kjeragbolten is a boulder located on the mountain Kjerag in Norway. The rock that is stuck between the 2 mountains is 5 cubic meters. The place is a popular tourist attraction, and the most interesting thing about it is that it's completely accessible without any climbing equipment. So don't try this if you're not an expert climber. Many people go there to click some badass photographs at the cost of their lives. I mean, there isn't any safety equipment. What if a person slips, or if the boulder suddenly decides to let you know not to remain in that position anymore? The stone is stuck between the rocks at a height of 3,245 feet. Huashan Cliffside Path. If the idea of dying while absorbing a beautiful view sounds good to you, then this might be worth your time. The Huashan mountain hiking is considered the most dangerous in the world due to its steep slopes, wooden planks, and metal railing. One wrong step can send you down to your ultimate demise. It is the most popular and sacred destination for the natives, as it was the original starting place of Chinese civilization. Don't worry though, as they do provide you with all the security harnesses, but you need to be extremely vigilant during the cliff jumping. It is a place where you can overcome all your phobias. Cliffs of Moher. Cliffs of Moher, located in the Republic of Ireland, is a popular tourist attraction. It is also famous for another reason though, the number of deaths that have happened throughout the years. Since 1993, 66 people have died by the edge of these cliffs. Tourists come to enjoy the gorgeous views that look exhilarating from a height of 702 feet above the Atlantic Ocean. The place is dangerous due to the high winds and bad weather conditions. This causes people to knock off their balance and fall down the cliffs, or a person could also push you off the high cliff. Many signs and rails are in place urging people not to cross the safety line, but adventurers aren't ready to listen just yet. Mount Everest. The most commonly known mountain in the world is this badass peak. Only the most persistent of all people have been able to climb on top of this beast. Every year, thousands of people from all over the world embark on the journey. It is approximately 29,000 feet tall, but apart from this terrifying height, the thing that makes it dangerous is its low oxygen and high altitude, which affects the health of climbers. One of these is swelling of the brain. This may lead to high-altitude cerebral edema, aka HACE. HACE can cause nausea and vomiting. Even more dangerous though, it can lead to brain numbness. In the death zone, climbers can forget where they are or even have hallucinations. Climbers can also experience pulmonary edema, whose symptoms include fluid in the lungs, fatigue, and coughing blood. Frostbites are also very common, as the temperature can freeze your skin instantly. Boiling Lake. As the name depicts, this lake is located on the island of Dominica and is famous for its boiling hot water. The lake rests at the bottom of a large sinkhole-like basin. The water is a flooded fumarole, generally located within the vicinity of a volcano, which emits steam and gases from molten magma below. The temperature of the water ranges from about 180 to 197 degrees Fahrenheit, and the whole lake is covered with the fumes and steams of boiling water, which makes the scene more mythical and aesthetic. It is strictly advised to go on the trail in the presence of a professional hiker, otherwise you'll boil alive in the lake below. The Devil's Pool. Victoria Falls in Africa is one damn sight to behold. The majestic water stream presents a spectacular sight of beauty and grandeur on the Zambezi River, forming the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Columns of spray can be seen from miles away, as at the height of the rainy season, more than 500 million cubic meters of water per minute plummet over the edge, over a width of nearly 2 kilometers, into a gorge over 100 meters below. People enjoy swimming in this little pool, but it's been advised not to. This natural pool plunges directly into the void of 110 meters, where you can experience the thrill of bathing at the extreme edge of the waterfall without, of course, running the risk of falling into it. It can only be accessed during the dry season, when the flow is greatly reduced. The dry season runs between late August and December. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. See you tomorrow!